Let's move on because Kmart has been put in the naughty corner tonight after the Privacy Commissioner ruled the retailer breached privacy laws by secretly using facial recognition technology on customers. Biometric scans were taken as people walked into stores, and according to the Commissioner, that was disproportionate and without consent. Kmart says the technology was used to target refund fraud and it might appeal the ruling. I've got to say, I don't have a problem with these stores using facial recognition technology. You are in public, you are in their premises. And so don't they have the right? I think the only mistake they probably made was not putting a sign up saying we use facial recognition technology. You give consent by walking into this store. It's exactly what they do when they film border security at the airport. They don't go asking everyone, do you mind if we put you on national TV having a drug search and being found guilty? No, they literally just put up signs saying you will be filmed in these premises. You don't have a choice. So, Kmart, do I have to do everything in this world? Do I have to be the lawyer for Kmart as well? Literally get a lawyer, build a sign, put it on the front. You'll be right. Unfortunately, you've been found guilty and you're not allowed to do it for a while. But the fact is, there are reasons that companies are using facial recognition technology. You might remember back in November, Bunnings was found to have breached privacy laws by using the technology. The managing director of Bunnings explained why they were using this tech.
We can't emphasize.
It's so weird. Amanda and I were talking the other day about what does the world come to when you have to have shops with signs up because of violence against shoppers. It's not just Bunnings. Look at this footage Woolworths released the other week. They literally, look, a woman pulls out a knife so that she doesn't get her shopping checked. This one I found really shocking. A woman just gets punched in the face. In what world is this okay? So I am all for these companies having facial recognition technology so they can stop these people before they get into the store. Oh, you put a knife out on our people? We remember you. Out you go. You're not welcome here. This kind of stuff is absolutely outrageous. And I do believe if you walk onto their property, we have cameras there. And I'm a big privacy advocate. Anyone who's watched McKnight knows that I don't want the government going through my emails or full access to my browsing history or whatever. I'm big on privacy. But if you go into these stores, you have to give up some rights. And I don't think facial recognition technology is a problem in these instances, especially when this kind of crap is going on with people. So, shopping centres. It seems to me, judging by what the Privacy Commissioner has said about consent, literally just put the sign up. We use facial recognition technology. By entering our premises, you give consent. Problem solved. I'm here for you, people. Here comes McKnight tonight. Well, if you thought I had ranted enough, well, get ready. It's that time of night. It's time for a rant, but not just any old rant, a Rob's rant. And it seems beloved Aussie pub culture is in retreat. Once shouting around was as natural as meeting mates for a beer. But today, rising costs are making our most generous tradition unaffordable for too many, according to news.com.au. Alcohol prices alone have risen about 6% in the last year. A round of drinks for a few friends now often tops $60, and that's no small pour. People used to talk about the pub shout as a rite of friendship. Now it's feeling like a line item that people just can't afford. And I've got to say, I've never been a fan of the round because it never evens out. And I always worry that people are paying for... What if someone buys me a drink and I want to buy it back for them, but I'm off, I'm going somewhere. And I'm like, no, and then if you don't want to take part in the round, you're seeing, oh, he's one of those tired asses. And and there's always someone who tries to get it for free. I'm not a fan of it. So I'm actually not going to be sad if it goes. And it's always that thing too. You turn up to an event and you're like, see someone there and you go, oh, can I buy you a drink? Yeah. And then they realize they've got to buy you a drink. Then you realize you've got to buy, and you're stuck together for the whole thing, which is fine. They're great. But maybe You didn't go to be with them at that event. And it's just too hard. It's just too much. I mean, the round, I've never understood it. And what if, I love a wine, but can I get a wine if you're buying because you're getting a beer? And all of a sudden, instead of paying a few bucks for a beer, you're now having to pay for a wine or a bourbon. And now, can I order that bourbon because you're only getting a beer? And when I buy you the round, I'm getting off cheaper. And so, oh my God, it does my head in. Can I buy you a drink, Amanda? Anyway, I've got another surprise for you. I've got another rant tonight. It's a double banger rant. Ring the bell. Amanda, you better roll the sting again. Oh, we're in for a big one. I am so sick of politicians going on TV and telling us how voters feel about subjects. No, it happened again today on Afternoon Briefing with Greens leader Larissa Waters.
The Prime Minister and the government have really backed the wrong horse today, and the Australian public feel that betrayal deeply, and they won't forget it.
Is that how we feel? How the hell do you know how the Australian public feels about any issue, let alone the issue you're talking about today, which was the government's detail on net zero? How do you know? There's been no polls run. It was announced at this morning or around lunchtime. Probably this morning, I think, around 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. The PM went live. This lady is on this afternoon. There's been no polling. There's been no studies on how Australia feels about this announcement. You can say, I don't support this announcement. I represent the Greens, and as a policy, we don't support it. But don't tell me that Australia won't forgive the Prime Minister. They don't like this. You don't know what we like. It's just bullshit, and it's all sides of politics. You have no idea how the electorate feels. You could turn around tomorrow. There could be a news poll that says Australians love what the government announced today. Unlikely as it is. But you don't know. And it's just bullshit. You don't have a clue. So shut the F up and stop claiming. Oh, I've got a shake of the head from Amanda there. I didn't say the word. Shut up and stop telling us what you are determining Australia feels. There's plenty of other ways to make your argument. Roll the sting, Amanda. You told me I'm not allowed to drink on air. She said we're desperate. I had a lot to get off my chest today.
Fun, insightful interviews from a washed-up producer with nothing to lose. McKnight tonight. It's good night from McKnight tonight.